Hello everybody, it's TMOG217. Welcome to a LEGO Dimensions set review. To have a look at set number 71244, Sonic the Hedgehog Level Pack. This is a set that released in November of 2016, contains 101 pieces, one minifigure, and is based on Sonic the Hedgehog for LEGO Dimensions, the online, just video game in general that requires internet connection. Anywho, let's crack this baby open, see what's inside, and have a look at what the build looks like. So this is one of a handful of Dimensions packs that actually unlocks a little level in the game, as shown here, as well as the Sonic world. Now, let's just cut this seal here because, this is going to be an expensive seal to cut. Let's get the money shot here, and let's see. Seal's cut. All right. We have one bag. 2 bags, an instruction sheet, and that's it. So let's quickly build this up and have a look at the minifigure first. So here is the minifigure all built up. He has a life preserver piece, or a toilet in yellow, to represent a gold ring as his accessory. He does have an exclusive toy tag that looks like Green Hill Zone with the Sonic wording on it, as well as his logo. But as for the minifigure, which is just exclusive to this set, he's got an exclusive dual-molded printed face head of sorts. Now, it is a dark tan coloring, which looks a little off in person. Kind of feels old, but it's okay. The eyes are a little small with the detail. That's okay. And he's got a little bit of a grin at the very far corner there. His chest is a bit of an oval shape. The legs have some side and front leg printing, but it is dual molded with blue and white, so that's pretty cool. But I'm assuming y'all are wondering how this compares to the Ideas one, released in 2022, where that one is a flesh tone coloring and has just a little bit more detail to it, I'd say. But nonetheless, here are the differences for you guys, for those wondering what those two differences were. But anyway, not much else to say about this really unique minifigure. Let's have a look at the first two builds, shall we? Alright, so for the first of the two vehicles, you have what's called the Sonic Speedster. This is basically Sonic's iconic car, mainly in the Sonic and Sega's All-Star Racing is what comes to mind for me personally, for what this is iconic for. This does have a reuse of the car's front end piece in blue with an exclusive printing, and that's really cool because that normally isn't a thing with these Dimensions pack for there to be exclusive prints, but makes sense for a little car build. Now there is a spot there that I'm wondering if you could fit the minifigure, so let's find out together how well that looks. Okay, admittedly that looks a little goofy, but maybe you could display it like that if you really wanted to. But yeah, if you removed it from the toy tag base, you can have it rolling around if you want. It's just a little car. It's almost Kinder Egg sized car, I would say. But it's a pretty solid build. It's a cute little car. I like it. But yeah, not much to say about this. So let's tear it apart and rebuild it into one of the other two combination builds. So here's the second build that you can make with the parts. It's called the Blue Typhoon. It's honestly just a little spaceship build in the game. But I did some research. I decided I'll look up the name. And apparently there's a bigger white spaceship called the Blue Typhoon in the Sonic universe, I guess. Image on screen. But I have no idea if these have any relation to one another. But yeah, this one's it's a build, but yeah, I don't know. Not much else to say about this. I think the look of it speaks for itself, so let's take this apart and do the final combination build for this vehicle. So for the third and final combination build for the Sonic vehicle, you have what's called the Motobug. Okay. Again, I don't know much about, or a little to nothing about the Sonic franchise, so this is a weird name, weird build. Oh, what is that? But yeah, apparently, again, due to research, this is an Eggman enemy. At least that's what the name is. But luckily for you guys, the idea set does come with an actual Motobug. And so I guess you could see the differences there, I guess. I don't know, maybe it's like a modified, sonicified Moto Bug, but yeah, it can roll around on its own, so it is a weird one. But it's not horrible. Unlike all the other Dimension sets, all 3 builds kind of hold up sturdy enough, I guess. But anyway, not much else to say about the Sonic builds. Let's have a look at the second vehicle, which is a Tails vehicle, if I'm not mistaken. For the second vehicle build, I guess the second vehicle, my bad, you have what's called the Tornado. It's a Tails plane from what memory tells me, and yeah, it's a nice little plane, you know. It's definitely micro scale, but it is a plane nonetheless. Definitely iconically recognizable at this scale. The only real play feature is that you could twist the propeller. That's about it. But yeah, it's a neat little build. Let's take it apart, do the 2 other combination builds. And here's the second combination build, known as Crab Meat. And honestly, from the images I quickly looked up on Google Images, this is pretty well built, honestly, for a second combination build. There's a little bit of posability. You can twist the little crab hands there, up and down, side to side. Same thing goes for little legs. And I think there was one also included in the Ideas set, so I guess we'll put these 2 side by side for a little bit of a comparison for you guys. Pretty cool stuff, but yeah, honestly, very impressed with this second build. Let's hope that the third and final combination build for this is just as good. So for the third and final build, you have what's called the Egg Catcher. Looks like a little robot of sorts, but again, I'm assuming this is miniaturized, but I looked it up, and nothing specifically called Egg Catcher in terms of Sonic, but there is something called the Catch Eggman, which I'm not sure if that's a level or the actual build, if that makes sense, but it looks like Eggman's little pod, I guess. I don't know. It's an okay little build, but it's a build, you know. Anywho, not much else to say about this. Let's just have a look at what else the set includes, shall we? Taking a look at the quick startup instructions, you have the box art with Sonic right there, a little bit of a trademark things on the first few pages. It tells you how to assemble the minifigure and download the latest game content to use Sonic. So there will be an internet connection required for that, and then you can unlock the building instructions for those 2 builds. However, if you are just buying this set and you don't have the actual game, you can access the instructions fairly easily online via YouTube or other means. But yeah, there's some advertisements for some fun packs, level packs, team and story packs, and story packs continued. And then you just have a parts listing, and then just a cheat code win thing at the back. In terms of extra parts, this is all that I got in my copy of the set. Overall, at the time for when it first released in 2016, for $30 Canadian retail, this is a good price for a set like this. You know, you got an exclusive minifigure as well as an exclusive printed car molded brick of sorts. I don't know what the proper terminology is, whatever. Overall, it was a really cool set. Now, in terms of nowadays, though, if you're trying to pick this set up because you're feeling nostalgic for Dimensions and Sonic because of the new line coming out, I don't know. This thing's pretty pricey in a sealed state and complete. So if you're going to go for either or, go for complete. Used, do not go for sealed. You're going to end up forking out an arm and a leg, essentially, for this thing. But honestly, I feel like it's something you could live without with. You only really need the toy tag, so if you can get your hands on just that, you should be fine. But again, the minifigure is a unique exclusive one, so only go after this set, I'd say, if you're really, really trying to be a completionist here, like myself, I guess, at this rate. Anyway, yeah, those are more or less my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, all that fun stuff. Anyway, thank you everyone so much for watching. See y'all in a future video. Till then, see you later. Bye-bye.